All right, welcome everyone. Hey Carla, you always seem to be the first one on it. I always expect you to be there. How are you guys doing tonight? I decided to transform one of our kits into Valentine's Day cards, so I'll be making those with you tonight. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to get started. There is some shadowing going on. It's just because it's at nighttime. Let me see if I can fix it just a little bit. I don't want to get the reflection of the lights, so that's why I'm trying to be really careful about this. I'm working with the Glass Mat Studio tonight, so let me just kind of, hey Lynn, fix it and try to figure it out here while people are coming on and finding us through the YouTube algorithms. Let us know where you're watching from. We always like to know that. And if you have time to share this video with your friends, family, whomever, that would be appreciated. Thumbs ups always work good too for the algorithm. So we will be getting started because I've got lots of things to do after tonight. I'm going to create a event for my cards. This kit that I'm kind of come up with is a quick and easy kit using the Saying Thanks kits. So let's see. We've got a few people on, so I'm gonna go for it. So, hello friends. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate you stopping by. My name's Kara McNull, and I'm so excited to be with you here tonight on YouTube. For today's class, I'll be working with the Saying Thanks kit from our kits collection. The sentiments will be coming from Throughout the Years, Hooray for Surprises, and Country Bouquet. And if you remember, last Monday, I used those same stamp sets. I will be offering an ordering special later tonight, or it will come out in the morning. All depends on how quickly I can get everything together. But it will be including the kit that you see in front of me with some additions. I have 12 of the kits that are here at my house. So I think this makes a really quick and easy class for you, especially for kids and adults as well. If you're interested in ordering the kit separately, that order or item number is 162361, and you can purchase the kit at inspiredbygraham.com. The kit is $13, but then you'll have to add on your shipping and sales tax. With my kit, you won't have to, there will be some shipping expense, but I'm going to try to keep it as low as possible because I'm not going to ship it in the box. That is going to add a lot of, so this is the box you get. It kind of comes, let me just open it up. It's a really nice box. Okay, and it comes like, kind of like this, okay, but this probably will cost about $9 to ship. If I was to just ship the kit and some dies with it, die cuts, then it's going to drop down to probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6. I'll have to check it out with my, like, the customers that live in like California, Montana, out that way. It seems to be a little bit higher in pricing to ship to those states for some reason. But I'm going to try to keep that a little bit lower, so you won't have to pay that $7.95 from Stampin' Up. I'll be adding it on to your kit, but it's definitely not going to be at $7.95. So anyway, these are the cards that you can make. I made them just like they are from the kit. So there's no stamping with the kits, the thank yous, the thank you kits, but there is stamping with my Valentine's Day cards. Let's see, here's another one. I don't know if you're able to see. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit. Maybe that might be too much. So you can see these little sparkly, like they're squares, but I kind of turned them into like a diamond shape. And there's some little baker's twine. It's basic white on that one. And then here's another one. These are just die cuts, so very easy to put together. The one thing I really had a hard time working with is the darn linen thread. Like, it's so, sometimes I have such a hard time working with it. On this one, I added a lot, and then I was like, oh shoot, I'm going to be like out of linen thread pretty soon. So I had to cut back to what they were offering in that, or showcasing in the card. So let's see, what do you get in the kit? So you'll get 9 kits, or 9 card kits. And then you get these little die cut shapes. And they're really nice. So you can use these on future cards. They're like an embossed image here in basic black. So you have thank yous, and there's another one that says thanks. And they come in different languages. I don't really know all the languages. I see French and Dutch, probably German. But if you have somebody that is, you know, a relative that lives in a foreign country, well, maybe that, you know, sentiment is on there. So there's 3 sheets of those. But these are the ones I was left with. Okay, so that will go in my pile to use on different cards. I'm, again, transforming these cards into simple, quick, and easy Valentine Day cards. The linen thread is here. It's basic white, comes on this little spool that's in the kit. I don't want to open this kit because this is one of my 12. Okay, so you'll just see the products once I use them. Here are those little diamond gems there. They're flat, by the way, so really great for postage. What else do you, oh, you get some, these are really cool because I'm actually using some strips from my paper pumpkin kit, or maybe it was a kit's collection from before where I hadn't even finished using them. So I didn't even touch the ones that came with this kit. I figured I will use them for another, you know, project, what have you. Let me just go grab the ones that I have on my other desk. Let's see. All right, so I still have left from my other kit a bunch. Okay, so I can't remember if this was Paper Pumpkin or Kit's Collection, but I used, for the kits I made tonight, I used just this section here. So you can see that you're probably going to be left over, like seriously, you're probably only going to be using this much. You make sure you use the edge pieces. Those are really, they're actually wider than the single strips in here. Of course, you can cut these down as well, and that's kind of what I did on the cards that I made earlier today. So I'm going to keep these for a different project. I'm going to continue working on this, you know, pad of strips, adhesive strips. Okay, so the class I'm offering, it's going to include, the Valentine's Day class is going to include 5 sentiment labels, 5 each. So you'll have 3 different designs. You're going to have the deckled circles, the countryside corner dies, and the stitch shapes, and you will be getting 5 each of those, and that's going to be more than enough than what you use because you only need 3 of these, so you're going to be left with 2 of each, so you can use them on other card projects. I figured 5 each would be easy to die cut for you. And then you're going to receive all these hearts, and there's going to be 8 each of these hearts that I used actually last week. But this is from the Radiating Stitches die set. And then the other ones are from the Give It a Whirl. So you're going to see all the different, I'm going to be using all these in tonight's class, but I'm trying to show you what what I'm offering. This little baby one here, I almost lost that die 3 times tonight. So that's what we're going to be using. I'm going to send you 8 each. And there are 5 different sizes of hearts. And I've already die cut a few of them. I'm going to be using Poppy Parade for the cardstock for the hearts. Okay, so I'm going to get started creating the class for you. I'm just going to look and see if there's anything else, if there's any comments. Oh, chilly Virginia. Well, my computer says it's 27 here in Vermont and it's cloudy. We haven't seen the sun again. It's just like comes and goes. And when it comes, it lasts for about a minute and then it leaves. Let's see, Lynn, has anything been said about when Glass Mat will be available to demos again? It will not be available until after the joining special. So that will be after February 29th. And I don't know exactly how soon it will be available. I have not listened to the updates today. So I will plan on doing that and seeing if there's anything out there. And I can get in touch with you, Lynn. Okay, so the first card I'm going to be making is this one. It's based off of this one. And again, I want you to know these are quick and simple cards. That's all it is. So we have this card base that comes with it. And I want to burnish this down a little bit more because it's really not laying flat for us. And we really want it to lay flat when we're kind of working on it. And sometimes card bases just don't do it. So I'm just going to actually burnish this one as well. Okay, so that's all good. And so we have this one. And then we are, let me find my card here. We are going to make something like this. It's quick, simple. It's using 4 die cuts and the linen thread and the little sparkly gems. You might want to add, actually I didn't even add the sparkly gems to this one. I used Wink of Stella. So I'll be glitzing these up with Wink of Stella and the sparkly gems. But again, this is a quick and simple class. So what you're going to do is you're going to find one of your Countryside corner dies. This is all in basic white. And I'm using Memento Black. I think probably everyone has a black ink in their craft room. If they don't, well then I would suggest Poppy Parade is kind of the reddish color. But I would kind of gravitate towards a red. Maybe Sweet Sorbet would work, something like that. You'll be receiving the Poppy Parade color, but any kind of red will work. All right, I've got my Bee Valentine, and that comes from the, let me grab it here, Throughout the Year stamp set. It's a cling stamp set, and again, it's throughout the year, so we have lots of different sentiments on it. You cannot find this in the mini catalog. You will only be able to find it on the online exclusives. So make sure you're always checking those out because there's some really, really nice products in there. And we're going to be coming out with online exclusives at least once a month. This stamp set here is $24, so very reasonably priced. And it gives you lots of different holidays to work with. And I'm just going to be using my D block. That's what I have this mounted on. So let me just kind of work over here. Sorry if I'm using my other desk tonight. That way I don't get all the kind of glare from the Glass Mat Studio. I think I've got it worked out, but it's a little shaded here when I did a video earlier today, when it's daylight, it wasn't there. So hopefully I can still get it figured out for nighttime. I'm using this really powerful light that's in front of me. It's kind of blinding in a way. So it's very, very bright here, but it's just shadowing down here because I have a shelf up above there. But enough of that. Okay, so I did stamp that Be My Valentine in Memento Black. It looks like I need to just ink this up a little bit because it's not as dark as I would like it to be, but that's okay. When I add the linen thread or any kind of thread now, I have changed up what I use on the back side of the label because I'm very kind of challenged when it comes to wrapping ribbon around on the back side and making it look nice, especially with the linen thread or this type of linen thread. It's very soft and it's honestly, I think it's hard to work with, but anything that's hard to work with, you just got to give it, you know, you got to work with it to improve it. So, or improve your skill is what I wanted to say. So don't ever give up until you really have a, you know how they say, don't ever give up on a bad day. Well, if you're having a bad day, don't give up. And if you're not having a bad day, well, then share your good day with somebody else. All right, so I've got my little backside of the die all set, ready to go. And this is the one here. I wrapped more than I kind of want on there. There's 3, but since I used a lot of ribbon on that very first card I made, I've got just a little bit left. So I'm gonna just try to wrap one around each of the dies that I'm using. I just want to actually get enough on here and then I'll work with it. So as you can see, I struggle big time. And I think you just, when you're doing this, I think I just need to like, don't even think about it, just do it. Okay, so let me, well, those are kind of need to be sharpened. Okay, so let me just flip this over just to get it. That's not too bad, actually. I don't know. It's probably hard to see it a little bit down, so I'll bring it up closer to the camera here. I'm going to flip it over, and this is where you're going to want to use, if you wanted to save these strips here, you can use your Stampin' Dimensionals as well. It really doesn't matter. Both will do the job correctly. And let's see, where did mine go? Honestly, they're like right in front of me and I don't see them. And I know it probably sounds like I'm a little disorganized, but honestly, I don't know where they are because oh, there they are. They were underneath all the cards. Okay, again, these I got from existing kit. So I am going to just cut up on those, and I want to try to make them fit towards the shapes I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to add probably just 2 will do it. And when I add these over the linen thread, that's actually keeping the linen thread down even more, so you won't have to worry about it coming off. And then these are really easy to pull off the backing. And I'm going to pull the card in here, and I'm just going to add this probably, you know, like right in the middle is pretty good because we're going to splatter those Poppy Parade hearts on here. Actually, I'm going to move this down because that little dot over there was half covered up and I really didn't like that. So let me just move that over just a little bit. Okay, now we have the hearts. So from all the hearts that you'll get, and there's going to be 8 of each size, I'm just going to kind of put them over off to the side, kind of like poker chips in a way. And then I'm just going to kind of play with them. So this is the Radiating Stitches. Might put that one there. I'm going to use 3 because that is what? Our odd number. And then let's try to go with this one. And let's go with this one. So that might be just a little bit too heavy. Let's see, maybe I can change up to this little tiny one and remove this one. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so then we're going to flip these back over. Okay, and now I'm going to take that adhesive here that comes with the kit, and I'm going to just pull it off the sheet here. And I'm just going to run this across and then pull it, and then it breaks right off. Okay. On the smaller ones, I'm just going to kind of cut it off using my paper snips. And let me grab another piece. That one kind of got stretched a little bit. So on that little heart, it's a really tiny piece. Because honestly, I think that's about, you know, 1/4 of an inch, maybe. Okay, so we have these. I'm going to put the heavy one. I'm going to maybe try it this way. I want to put them at an angle as well. Maybe that one's straight, and then this little baby one up here in that area. Nope, I don't like that. So I'm going to switch these two, and I'm going to put this one, let's see, down here or up here. Let's see. I'm trying to form that triangle, okay? That's what I want, what I'm trying to do. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to cover up these dots here with the bigger one. So I'm ready to go and press that one down. And then this one here, let me just take the backing off. Okay, and then I'm just going to angle that way. And then this one here, I'm going to put on straight, I think. Let's see. And drop it down, but I don't want it underneath this one, so let's drop it right here. Okay, I'm going to add Wink of Stella to the hearts because I think it's just now I'm looking at I just look at the laptop, and honestly, that big heart doesn't look very good at the top. It looks fine here, but I don't think it looks good. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to rip it off, and I think I'm going to put this medium one up here. And then I'm going to reapply some of this adhesive strip. And see what it looks like. Sometimes when you think something works and you look at like my laptop, it didn't appear to look very good. Okay, so I'm going to put that heart down there, and I think I'm going to move this one too. Let me see. I'm just going to move it. I'll just keep it there. I don't know, these hearts, I tell you, I'm thinking too hard. All right. Sometimes I'm overthinking exactly what I'm doing to myself. I don't like it when I do that. Okay, so just adding some little sparkle to the hearts. That'll give it some glitter, and it's gonna make this kind of, you know, kits are kits, but if you add a few things from your craft room, like Wink of Stella, it's gonna make it look even, you know, really nice. I'm gonna take those little sparkly gems, and I'm gonna add 3. On the other cards, it said to add 5 of them. I'm gonna just use 3. So I'm just gonna put these kind of, you know, in a triangle, you know, throughout the card. So we've got a big area up here that doesn't really have anything, but we've got also a white area down here, which kind of needs something. So I'm gonna make one triangle kind of similar to maybe put the other one over here. Okay. All right, there we go. So I think I'm satisfied with it. Now on the inside, you have all these hearts and you're gonna have some left over. So what I would do is I would take one of those hearts that I did not use, and that would be this one here and this large one. Okay, so we have two, and I would add one of them to the inside of the card. So either this one or, what was the other one again? Let's see. I'm just drawing a blank here. I kind of got messed in with everything else. This one right here. Okay, so I have two different ones that I won't be using, but that looks kind of good, just like this. This one will be popped up. So I think I'm going to use it. So this is where you'll have to bring in like some of your multi-purpose liquid glue. I don't want to pop up both of them. So a little glue on the back side. Okay, and then we'll flip this one over. And again, I'm going to grab one of the strips here and see if I can put all of this on here. If it's going over the edge, you want to cut that down. Okay, so just pull it up with the ends of your paper snips and trim it off. That way you won't see it on the other side. Now you could put it just like this. That would work too. Actually, I kind of like that. The other way was going to be like this. You know, I think both ways look good. I'm just going to keep it like that. And then don't forget, since we already added the Wink of Stella to the front side, we're going to color in these as well. And I'm just doing simple, like light brush strokes. I'm not getting the whole entire cardstock covered. Personally, I don't really like that. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to go see if I can find the envelopes that go with this. I didn't bring them over. Yeah, so these are the envelopes that come with the kit. They're all the same, and it's the envelope flap. It looks beautiful. So let me just burnish this down here. I'll use my fingers. Okay, doesn't that look nice? All right, so there's your Valentine's Day card number 1. You can let me know if you like it. The other one that was going, the thanks, it's very like, the thanks is like really right there. But you could make one each. You could make 2, since you get 3 of these, you could maybe make 2 Valentine's Day and 1 thank you card, or just make them all Valentine's, all thank you, whatever. Okay, so that's card number 1. Okay, all right. See you, Kathy. Okay, so that is card number 1. Number 2 is a really cute one. It's very cute and simple. The original one was just wanted to say thank you, and nice little rainbow. And again, if you're just coming on, this is this little die cut that comes in the kit is kind of like an embossed look with like basic black, and this is in white. I'm transforming over the thanks kit to Valentine's Day, because this to me is Valentine's. And if you're looking to make some cards very quick and easy, very simple with minimal supplies, then I suggest purchasing this kit, or you can purchase the kit from me. I'm going to have an ordering special later this evening or tomorrow morning. It depends when I can get it emailed out. You have to be on my email list, by the way. I only have 12 kits, so when they're gone, they're gone. Okay, so number 2 is the rainbow card. So we'll bring in the card base. I guess you could go this way too if you really wanted to and not make it a rainbow, but I kind of like the rainbow. All right, this is where we're going to be using the deckled circle. So we've got that one. And then the Valentine's Day card is right here. It's Be My Valentine. The inside I didn't really decorate yet, but I will be doing that. The stamp set I am using comes from, grab it here. It comes from the Hooray for Surprises stamp set. This is the bundle that I'm going to be using for my February card club. So I'm starting to use this one now. You're probably going to see more projects with this stamp set because I got to familiarize myself with the stamp set and the dies and how they all work. They're interactive cards, meaning that some of these things will be, you know, you open it up and tear a strip off and there's going to be something underneath it. So I got to figure out how that all works. I'm sure it probably isn't that hard, but it's just going to have to take some time. All right, so let me grab my stamp. Oh, and by the way, if you are selling your cards, don't forget to add the angel policy on the back side. Now, I'm going to be in a craft fair on February 10th, and all my it's a Valentine's Day craft fair. Oh, that's crooked. So I'm trying to stockpile on Valentine's Day cards. I have probably about maybe a dozen in my stock, but I'm going to be selling them. So that means I have to put this on the back side. Since I have this out, I am going to keep going for it. And there we go. That one's a little bit better. Okay, and then this one here is the original thank you card. Okay, so that one's all ready to go. Okay, so there's the original. We're going to be working on this one here. And I'm going to take my deckled circle. And the stamp I used was Be My Valentine. And that is right here. It comes from... Where does it come from? It's not in this one. I don't remember, actually. I'm looking, and I thought I was using that. I don't know. I'll have to put it in the comments. I don't know. Sorry. I've had a lot going on today. This morning, I had to bring the cat to the vets. Okay, 9 o'clock appointment. I didn't get home until like 2 hours later, and I only live like 20 minutes away. They were running behind, so that put me behind and all that good stuff, unfortunately. I want to say that you're going to want to stamp towards the top of this circle because it's going to be trimmed off on the edge. Okay, so there's Be My Valentine in Memento Black. And this is what it's going to do. It's going to cover up the yellow, and then we'll be trimming this off and adding a little heart. So again, this is a super easy card to make. Again, I'm going to do that same thing with my back side here. I'm going to add the tear and tape, and I don't want to add it down towards the bottom. I want to make sure I just keep it up towards the top here. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to burnish this down so I know that adhesive is really stuck to the cardstock. Okay, then I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to use some of that. There's just a little bit left. I'm going to just hopefully be able to get through the class. All right, so I want it going this way. And again, I am not good at this. So, but I am trying my best to get better. Okay, so I think that's going to be enough thread. I can fool around with it after I get this cut off. Okay, especially because I don't want it coming down this way, down this direction, because it is going to get cut off as well. So I'm going to start over here. Okay. This here. And there. Okay. I think that'll be fine. I can kind of maneuver it a little bit once I get the label on. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to add some more of the strips. Again, you could use your Stampin' Dimensionals if you want to save these little strips for a different project. But I'm going to be using what comes in the kit. If they're a little too long, you can stretch them, and sometimes they come off. If they don't, just use your paper snips to take them off. And then we're going to add another one right here. And then I'll lift this up. And then I'm just going to pull this off. Okay, now we're going to add it to the card. Again, really simple, easy card. I'm going to cover up the yellow, and then I'm going to make sure everything looks straight. And I think that's good. Okay, now we're going to trim that off with our paper snips. So to do that, you're just going to turn your card and look towards the back, from the back to the front, and then just use those paper snips to trim it off. And then we have a little straight edge there. You could use your paper trimmer if you wanted to, but I think the paper snips work good as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my pile of hearts I have over here. There's a ton of them, and I'm going to add 3. So let's go. I'm going to probably do the same thing as I did on the other card because I kind of really like it. And then this one will go here, and then the little tiny one can go right there. Okay, so again, we'll put dimensionals on the back side of these as well. I'm gonna burnish this one more time. Okay, so here are the 3 that I want to work with. And then I'll grab some more of the strips here. You really don't need a lot, because these will work. And then this one here is our little tiny baby, and it only needs a really small piece. And again, if your strips are going over the edge, just use your paper trimmer to, or not your paper trimmer, your snips to cut them off. So if it's showing on the front side, then just use your paper snips. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to add this one over here. I'm going to do this one different, I think. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this or not, if we're going to have to flip back to what I had before. Yeah. I'm looking at the my video camera, which for some reason it looks better this way. And then I'm going to add this one over here. Okay, let's add our Wink of Stella. And just gently brush stroke. Don't cover the entire Poppy Parade cardstock. You don't need a lot. And then on the inside here, I'm going to add 2 of the hearts I did not use. Again, this one and this one. And for this one, I'm going to I'm going to pop up this one here that comes from the Radiating Stitches. And then the other one, I'm just going to just adhere straight down like the other card that we made earlier tonight. So this is the one. And I will add my liquid glue to the back side of this heart. And then this one will get put on half of it. Let's add some more Wink of Stella. Again, brush stroke, just need a little bit. Not sure if you'll be able to see that or not, but it is glittering on my side. And then here's this one. I'm going to add those little fancy diamonds, squares. I'm not sure what you want to call them, but they will give the card a little bit more glitter as well. So we're just going to put them, I'm going to use 3. Let's see. I'm going to put one over here in the purple area. And then one, let's see, blue. Okay, so that is your second card. Again, you'll have 3 of these, 3 card bases, so you'll be making 3 of this one. The original thank you card is, this is the other one I made. I actually added the little gems on the hearts themselves. And here is the thank you card. So again, you can make 3 thank you cards. You can make 3 Valentine's Day cards or a mix. Now I know the thank you definitely is popping out because it's darker, it's embossed, whereas this font here is a little bit more skinny. So that's kind of why this like really pops at you. You could add a image behind the sentiment, like stamped off a couple times, maybe 3rd generation, like a floral or, you know, maybe some foliage on the back side, you know, back of the Be My Valentine. Okay, so that is card number 2 for the Valentine's Day. Now I've got 3. And then our final card is, this is the original, I Appreciate You. And I haven't decorated this inside yet, but we will. And then here is my Valentine's Day card. I added 3 hearts at the top. I used the basic white stitched banner, and then we'll decorate on, you know, I'll decorate another time for the inside later tonight. Okay, so we're going to be using the Country Bouquet stamp set. There is dies that go with this, but if you're purchasing just the stamp set, it's $23. And I'm going to be using the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment. So let's grab the banner here. And again, I'm using black ink, so Memento Black. And this one here is mounted on a D block. Okay, that looks really nice. Okay, nice cursive writing. That's going to set aside and dry. We're all done with the ink, so I'm just going to put that away. Now this is the one that is like, whoo, it took a while to do. But they give you, here's the card base that they give you. And then here's this next layer. And there's all these little hearts that you've got to pop out. So it just takes a little bit, but you know, you could actually just maybe poke out 10 of them and call it good. But I think it looks really nice here, all kind of popped out. So just take your time. You can, you know, watch a TV show, watch a video, listen to music. I listen to the radio and Spotify channels during the day. Morning, it's always news. I always have the news on, and at night as well. Just some background noise. Okay, these hearts here that I'm kind of taking out, you can use these on different projects, or what you can do is, you know those confetti cards like you sometimes get in the mail and you open them up and there's like all these sequins? Well, you could put these, you could spritz these or use your blending brush to add color to them and then just put them in the card here like this. When they open it, they get all these little hearts. That's probably what I'm going to do with this one. Okay, I'm going to take these and kind of slide them over here. Now this is takes a little bit of time to add all the strips to this, but I think it's very important to add as many as you can. So on the edges here, you're going to use the longer strips here, these, because there's two different sizes. I'm going to still go with my leftover adhesive strips from a prior kit of ours. So I'm going to take the longer one and I'm going to add it right along the edge. And as I do this, I'm just going to take the adhesive backing off. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here at the top. And then it's going to go over the edge just a little bit. So before I secure it down, I am going to take my paper or snips and just snip off about 1/4 of an inch. And then we'll take another long one here. Add it to this side. Press down and then take the backing off. And then our final edge piece. And then it's going to be going over the top of that one. So just take this off. You can use this. So just plop it down anywhere, maybe right here. Now I'm going to fill in the gaps. So you're going to want to run some here between the two hearts, row 1 and 2. If you don't do this step, your card is going to buckle. This panel will buckle. And what I mean by that is just when you put it on your card base, it's going to just sink. And you don't want that happening. Ooh, come on, baby. Okay, so I got another little piece I'll just add here. And then you're just going to keep going down. We'll put one here. And then another one. And then we'll trim this off. And I'll take this and put it right here. They're super sticky. I'm going to add one more strip. And that one's going to go right here. Okay, so now we'll just make sure all the backings are removed. And let's see, this one's gonna come off. Okay, I think I have them all. Now we'll bring our card base in, and this is kind of the trickiest part, really. You just gotta kind of hover over because it's barely gonna fit around this kind of watercolor wash. And I'm kind of looking at the edge. This is really hard to do on camera. I'm gonna have to bring it a little bit closer to me. Here we go. Okay, and I'm gonna press this way. That way I know it's on there really good and stuck. You can also take your D block and press it down as well. Just make sure it's clean. This Valentine's, again, we're gonna take our tear and tape, and that is somewhere I don't see. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna add some adhesive. Okay, I'm gonna find it. All right, we have just a little bit of thread left. If you don't want to add the thread, then don't add the thread. It's totally up to you. Personally, I don't know if I would use the thread. And I'm just going to keep using this until I get it all on here. It's got a mind of its own, honestly. That's not too bad. All right, I'm going to use my strips again. I definitely will put them over the linen thread area so they're stuck down there twice. I just pulled 2 of them off at the same time, so that was quick and easy. Okay, we'll add this sentiment over this white spot here. And I'm just going to add, these little points are going to go right to the edge. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to work with our hearts. I did a much better job on this one than I did with this one. Look at this pathetic thing. I'm going to work on this one and fix that one. That one's crazy. Okay, so with this one, I liked how I did this. I added 3 different hearts up in the corner here. So I'm going to do that again. So I have this one here, the little tiny one, and this one, and I just need that little tiny baby heart. Okay, and then what I'll do is the other 2 I didn't use, I'll use on the inside. So we've got 5. Now this one, they're all going to get popped up because I want them up off and raised up off the hearts here. So we'll do the same thing. And this one here, I'm going to put the tip of it on top of the banner. And then I'm going to work with the medium size. Okay, and this is going to get tucked in right here. And the little tiny baby one. You do have to be careful when you're adding dies and stamping on them. You always want to stamp on the smooth side, and your adhesives go on the rough side. And if you're not familiar, what that means is you just kind of feel, you can kind of see it too. This is the smoother side, and then the rough side is from the die here. It just kind of is very, very rough. Okay, I'm gonna wanna, let's see. I wanna try to cover up this heart, but I don't think it's big enough. Let me see. It's not too bad, actually. I think what I'm gonna do is I need to double stack it to do that because it's going down into the hole of that heart there. So all you need to do is just add another small piece on top of the other one. Okay. I'm not going to be able to cover the whole thing. So let me see. There. That's not too bad right there. We'll add our Wink of Stella. Okay, and then on the inside, we're going to add those other two hearts. Again, I'll just use my liquid glue. And I'm going to put this one in the middle. And this one right here, we're going to just add some adhesive strips to it. Give it a little bit of height off top of the other Poppy Parade heart. And a little bit of Wink of Stella. I'm sorry, I'm totally off camera. So there's your little sparkly hearts. Again, this is the Radiating Stitches. And then we have the Give It a Whirl dies. I use the hearts and the Give It a Whirl dies so much, because they give you a lot of options on different sizes. Okay, the gems, let's see, they are somewhere. Probably won't even add them because I can't find them. But anywho, there's the card that, I'm going to take this one away. There's the card that is the Thank You, I Appreciate You card. And then here's the Valentine's Day card. I had a really hard time trying to find a die cut that would work with this one. I'm not a banner person, so I kind of shy away from like this kind of image. I'm not sure why, it just doesn't appeal to me. But that was the only die I could find that would work with a Happy Valentine's Day. So I don't think you could, there's not enough room to stamp it on there. So, you know, your die cut's going to have to help you out with that. So, okay, let's take all of these cards here and we will put them in front of you. I will showcase the Valentine's Day cards because this is what we're doing. We're going to be transforming the Thanks kit to a Valentine's Day card. Okay, so there are the three that we made. Do you guys have a favorite? Let me know. This will be number 1, this is number 2, and then this is number 3. Let me know. That will be fun to see who likes what. And while you're doing that, I am going to take a few things here and show you in just a second. And again, the envelopes are just gorgeous. I love how they match. Again, you'll make 9 cards with this kit. And my ordering special will be going out later this evening or tomorrow morning, bright and early. So if you're not on my email list, make sure you are. You can go to my website to add your name real quick. It's inspiredbygraham.com. There's going to be a little pop-up window that appears. You just fill that out and it will go right to my database. And you might have to opt in. I'm not quite sure how, because everything is getting kind of changed with marketing and how people market, and this often, I don't know, it's just, we had to do some things with our email address. So my emails don't go into your spam. So if you don't get emails from me and you're on my email list, make sure you check your spam box because that's where it could be. All right, so do we have any votes? Carlos says number 1. Kathleen says number 2, 1, and 3. Yeah, I think my favorite's number 1. I just like the little kind of dots. Okay, so I'm going to go over what you'll be receiving in my kit. So you'll be receiving the entire kit here, which is the Saying Thanks kit. It's 9 cards, 3 of each, and you have the option to be making thank you cards or Valentine's Day cards. You'll have to have your own stamps and ink and stamps and ink, and it comes all together like this. You will have to, I'm going to be, it comes in this box here, but to reduce the shipping fee, I'm going to ship it in a poly bag. That way, that box probably would take about $9 to ship it. Whereas this, I probably can get it down to the lower rate, about, maybe $5 or $6, give or take. And I will be including in this class, you'll get the kit, which is here. And then you're going to be receiving all these dies. Okay, so you'll be receiving 40, let's see, I have it written down over here. The sentiment labels, you're going to be receiving 5 each of each shape. Okay, and we used 3. So that's 15 die cuts in the basic white. And the hearts, you're going to receive 8 of each size. Okay, so that's a lot of hearts that you'll have left over that you can use on projects. Also, if you choose to mix and match your cards, like I do, I have these left over. Plus all the words. The words are on my other desk, but I can use these now for different cards. I can just, put this on, a little bit of Stampin' Dimensionals and call it good. So make sure you are on my email list. I'm going to go over a little bit of, again, if you want the item numbers, you want to order the kit separately, maybe you want a few of them. I have 12 kits that I'll be offering. And let's see. What was I going to say? Okay. All right. We'll end with, I hope you totally enjoyed today's class. It's the Many Thanks kits from our kits collection. And don't forget, I'm going to be offering an ordering special for the first 12 customers, only 12, because that's all I have. So you make sure you're on my email list. If you would rather purchase the kit on your own, the item number is 162361, and you can order that at inspiredbygraham.com. All right, I'm going to sign off. It doesn't look like we have any questions. Hey, Pam, thank you for watching tonight. Nice to see your name pop up there. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great evening and a great rest of your week. All right, stay tuned. I'll be working again with the Hooray for Surprises stamp set, which is next month's card club. All right, take care and be well and be safe out there.